Narrations. If you felt this story, please like the video. And for more emotional, suspense, and real-life inspired stories, make sure to...
I was doing my night shift, checking vitals like usual, when a girl suddenly grabbed my wrist so hard her nails dug into my skin. Her whole body was shaking, her eyes wide, like she'd just seen something no human should ever see. And then she whispered, "Please, don't leave me with him." The problem was, there was no one in the room. The door was shut, and the security camera had just caught someone standing right behind her only moments before. Someone we never saw walk in. "Don't leave me with him." Those 5 words have lived in my head ever since that night. I was working my usual night shift at the city hospital. Nights were always the same. Dim hallways, quiet beeping monitors, the soft shuffle of nurses trying to stay awake. I'd been a nurse for 3 years, and I thought I'd seen everything. But that night was different. That night felt heavy, like the air itself was warning me. The girl's name on the chart was Aisha, around 22, admitted after a severe panic attack. She was found trembling on a roadside bench, crying uncontrollably. At first glance, she looked calm now, almost too calm. Her eyes, however, told another story. They were swollen and red, full of fear that didn't seem to come from the present moment, but from something she had already lived through. I approached her bed with my vitals cart. "Hey, just checking your pulse," I said gently, adjusting the blood pressure cuff. She watched me silently at first, but then her breathing got faster. Her hands started shaking. I leaned closer. "Aisha, are you okay?" She looked straight into my eyes and then whispered, voice trembling, "Please, don't leave me with him." I froze. Who are you talking about?" I asked. Her eyes shifted toward the doorway, as if someone stood there. But the hallway was empty. She grabbed my wrist with surprising strength. "He said he'd come. He said he would find me. Please don't leave me alone." Now, in hospitals, patients say many things. Pain, fear, trauma can twist reality. I knew that, but something in her tone felt real. Too real. Before I could ask more, the door opened. A man walked in, well-dressed, clean, calm. The kind of calm that makes your skin crawl. He had a slight smile. The kind you see on someone who thinks they've already won. "I'm here for my fiancé," he said. Aisha's entire body tensed. She hid behind me like a terrified child. No, please, not him," she whispered, barely audible. I could feel her shaking. I asked him politely for identification. Standard protocol. Instead of answering, he stepped forward, ignoring my question. "We're going home," he said firmly. Now, I knew something was wrong. I signaled quietly to a guard standing near the hallway. The man didn't notice. His eyes were only on Aisha. "Sir, I'll need proof of relationship," I repeated. He smiled again, too wide this time. "You don't need proof. She belongs to me. She always has." Aisha started crying. Not loud, just tears silently falling, as if she didn't have the strength left to cry properly anymore. The guard entered the room, placing himself between us and the man. "Sir, if you don't cooperate, I'll have to ask you to leave." The man didn't argue. He just leaned slightly forward and whispered to Aisha, "You know you can't hide forever." Then he walked out. Aisha collapsed into the bed, breathing like someone had just surfaced from underwater. We moved her to a private psychiatric observation room for safety. The doctor on call sedated her gently to help her relax. I stayed with her until she slept, because something inside me refused to leave. Later that night, after she stabilized, I sat beside her and asked softly, "Aisha, who is he?" She opened her eyes slowly and stared at the ceiling. "He was my psychology professor," she whispered. He controlled everything. What I wore, who I spoke to, when I slept. He said I was made for him. I tried to leave, but he said he'd destroy me if I did." My chest tightened. She continued, voice cracking. "The night I ran away, he followed me. He kept calling from hidden numbers. I thought I escaped when I got here, but he always finds me. I promised her we would protect her, that she wasn't alone. that the hospital had legal procedures for threats like this. She looked at me with a small, broken smile. "You're the first person who believed me," she whispered. The next morning, security notified us. The man had been arrested outside the hospital gates, waiting, watching, refusing to leave. Turns out, Aisha had already filed multiple police reports against him. But every time he found a loophole, a way to get out. This time, he didn't, because there were witnesses, because there were hospital statements, because someone finally stayed with her. Aisha spent 2 more weeks in our hospital. She slowly started learning how to breathe again, how to sleep without nightmares. I visited her whenever I could. The last day before she was discharged to a safe shelter, she hugged me, a quiet, long hug. "You didn't leave," she said. I smiled. "You didn't either." "You survived," she nodded, tears in her eyes. But this time, they weren't tears of fear. They were tears of someone who finally got their life back. If this story touched you, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you enjoy stories like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because every story hides a truth, and we uncover it together. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. And remember, sometimes the quietest people carry the loudest pain. On-screen text, end screen. Subscribe for more stories. New episode every day. Stay safe, stay aware.